In the late 1990s, telecom entrepreneur Walter Anderson quietly became one of the wealthiest individuals in the industry. He maintained a low profile, but behind the scenes, he orchestrated one of the largest personal tax evasion schemes in U.S. history. Instead of reporting his earnings, Anderson routed hundreds of millions of dollars through a complex network of offshore companies, shell corporations, and aliases. Between 1995 and 1999, Anderson earned over $450 million from telecom ventures, including investments in Mid-Atlantic Telecom, Esprit Telecom, and Telco Communications Group. As these companies grew in value, he transferred ownership to offshore entities such as Gold and Appel Transfer in the British Virgin Islands and Iceberg Transport in Panama. He used bearer shares and directed trust companies in England and the Channel Islands to act as nominees, concealing his control. He also used the alias Mark Roth to further obscure his identity. On his 1998 tax return, Anderson reported just $67,939 in income and paid $495 in taxes, despite earning over $126 million that year. His 1999 return omitted $239 million in income. The IRS launched a full-scale investigation, and in 2005, Anderson was arrested at Dulles International Airport while returning from London. He was charged with 2 counts of federal tax evasion and 1 count of fraud against the District of Columbia. In 2006, Anderson pleaded guilty in federal court. He was sentenced to 108 months in prison and ordered to pay $23 million in restitution to the District of Columbia. However, due to a typographical error in the plea agreement, the federal government was unable to collect up to $175 million in restitution through the criminal case and had to pursue it separately in civil court. The judge ruled that the agreement could not be interpreted beyond its written terms. Following his conviction, Anderson gave interviews from prison, including one featured on CNBC's The American Tax Cheat, where he discussed his legal case and his interest in space exploration. He later supported space-related charities and spoke publicly about government transparency, presenting himself as a cautionary example of how legal and financial systems can be manipulated and ultimately held accountable. Subscribe for more.